this is the heart. Okay, and then we're going to go further and detail that later. We have our lungs. This is the left lung and the right lung. Superior, middle, and inferior lung. Left and right. You can see our trachea right here. And that's about all we can see on the cat. And the esophagus is behind that. Okay, now the abdominal cavity. We have our liver. And we have 4 lobes of the liver. Right? The liver has 4 lobes. So we have, this is the right and the left, and then medial and lateral. And then this right here. It's our gallbladder. And now we have our stomach, which is this thing right here. This is our stomach. And pylorus, which connects to the duodenum. And cardia, which is connecting to the heart. And fundus, right there. This is our greater omentum, right here, connected to the greater curvature. This is the lesser curvature. And then pancreas. Where's the pancreas? I don't know. This is the spleen. Okay. Now, starting from the pylorus, we start with the duodenum right here. Look at the duodenum. So this first part is the duodenum. And then the small intestines, which is the jejunum. This whole thing is the jejunum. And then right at the curve is this. This is the curve, right? I think, right? Fuck. Now right here. So then this starts the cecum. And then we have our ascending colon. And then descending colon. And that's about all we can see in the cat. This is the bladder. This is the uterus.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, now it's our kidney. And we have our right and left kidney. So that's going to be the left side. And our ureter. And what's the urinary bladder? I said that already. And then we have our adrenal gland. Okay. Now with the blood vessels. Starting from the top again. Superior vena cava. Left and right brachiocephalic veins. Now branching out to the upper limb, we have, it's going to be left subclavian, and then left internal jugular, and the same on the right side. With the right subclavian and right interjugular vein, internal jugular. Okay, now inferior vena cava is right here, right? Is it inferior vena cava? Yeah. Inferior vena cava. And then over here, we have our broken azygos. Thanks to Vicky. Azygos vein. And then all these little things right here are going to be posterior intercostals. And the red one's going to be artery. The white is nerves, and our blue, which we can't see in this, is going to be the posterior intercostal veins. Now we have, from the heart, we have brachiocephalic artery, which branches, you guys are making me nervous. Okay, and then back here is, this big one is the descending aorta, but in this case it's going to be the thoracic aorta. Thoracic aorta. Right here is the thoracic aorta. So, brachiocephalic artery, like I said, and then this is going to branch. This first branch, left subclavian. Then we have left common carotid, which goes all the way up to the brain or skull. And then we have our right common carotid. And then over here, the last branch right here is the right subclavian artery. Okay. Now, back up here that connects from the diaphragm is our phrenic nerve. Phrenic nerve. And that's going to be on the right side in this case. And then the smaller one, which is right here, I believe, is the vagus nerve. And same thing with the posterior intercostals, like I said. This would be the posterior intercostal nerve, the white one. Now, the abdominal structures. We have our kidney, which we refer to as renal. And we have our renal vein going to our kidney. And in this case, since we have a female, this is the ovarian vein.
Cut off.
That's cut off, thanks to Vicky. And then right here is the adrenal gland. So we have our suprarenal vein. And then in the lumbar region, we have lumbar vein and lumbar artery with blue and red. Signify that. And we can't see testicular or ovarian artery. Right? Yeah, that's what he said. And then, so abdominal aorta is this thing. And then renal artery, right here. Renal artery is going to be parallel to the renal vein. And like I said, down there is the lumbar artery and vein. Artery being red, vein being blue. And then really down here low, we have in the cat, we split like external iliac, and then in that is internal iliac. Internal iliac, external iliac. Okay. Now for the digestive arteries, we have this first one right here is the inferior mesenteric artery. And if you look on the mesentery, we have our inferior mesenteric vein. Okay.